Imagine your wife disappears, and when police ask where you were, you tell them you took your two little boys camping at midnight in freezing December weather. That was the explanation Josh Powell gave after his wife, Susan Powell, vanished. Susan was 28 years old and living in West Valley City, Utah, with Josh and their two sons, Charlie and Braden. On December 6, 2009, a friend visited the Powell home for dinner. The next day, Susan didn't show up for work. Her children didn't arrive at daycare. Family members became worried, and police entered the house. Susan was gone. Eventually, Josh returned with the boys. He told investigators he'd left around 12:30 that morning to take his sons camping at Simpson Springs. Susan, he claimed, had stayed home, but investigators immediately had questions. Why take two small children camping after midnight in below freezing weather? And where was Susan? Inside the house, police found two box fans blowing on a wet area of carpet. Susan's purse, wallet, and identification were still there. Her phone was later found inside the family's minivan. Then, investigators learned something even more disturbing. Susan had previously documented problems in her marriage. She secretly recorded a video showing belongings inside their home and reportedly wrote a letter expressing fear about what could happen to her. Police investigated Josh, but Susan's body was never found. Then their young son, Charlie, began making strange statements. According to documented accounts, he said that Susan had gone camping with them, but that she didn't come back. Still, investigators didn't have enough evidence to charge Josh with Susan's disappearance. In 2011, the case took another turn. Police searched the home of Josh's father, Stephen Powell, and discovered disturbing material unrelated to Susan's disappearance. Stephen was later convicted of voyeurism. Josh lost custody of Charlie and Braden, who were placed with Susan's parents. He was allowed supervised visits. Then came February 5, 2012. A social worker brought Charlie and Braden to Josh's house for a scheduled supervised visit. The boys ran inside ahead of her. Josh immediately shut and locked the door. The social worker couldn't get in. She smelled gasoline. She called 911. Minutes later, the house exploded into flames. Investigators determined Josh had attacked his sons with a hatchet and deliberately started the fire. Charlie and Braden died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Josh died as well. Susan still wasn't there, and Josh had taken with him whatever he knew about her disappearance. Susan Powell has never been found. Authorities have long considered Josh a person of interest and believed he had information about what happened to her. More than 16 years after Susan disappeared, one question remains unanswered. What happened after Susan Powell was last seen inside her home on December 6, 2009? Because the only man who may have been able to give investigators that answer made sure he never could.